Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to have a light chit chat about how to say no to people that are important to us when we need to, how to hold boundaries with people that we care about and that we have a soft spot for them in our heart, which automatically makes it very difficult to reject them. Um, we all have people in our life, in our environment, that we have some sort of emotional bond with, or um, they're important to us because we have some kind of authority relationship with them, like in a workplace with your boss, let's say. Or it's on an emotional level, like your family, your friends, or your partner, or if you're in a dating scene with people that approach you. Um, Saying no to someone that you have some kind of connection with, that is important to you, um, it can be very difficult because automatically ahead of time, before saying no to them, you're um, analyzing a lot of reactions that that person might show towards you. A sense of disapproval, disappointment, anger, backlash, or um, a retaliation, depending on what the scenario is, or what it is that you're saying no to. It can go from anywhere, like from the light side of things, with a sense of disapproval or disappointment. You can see it in their eyes. And it might make you feel bad, especially if you're an empathic, or if you're a people pleaser, or if it's just been your way of life up to now. It their even their The look of disappointment in their eyes can make your heart like ache a little bit. Or it could be a more serious scenario where saying a no can cause a backlash, or some kind of retaliation or revenge, or you might be worried about the person's reaction towards your rejecting them or rejecting their request. But what you the way to approach this is, and it is very important. Actually, the more intimate the relationship is, the more important it is to set the boundaries. Because a lot of times people um, take advantage of the importance of the connection, or the intimacy in the connection, to impose their wishes and get you to conform to them. If it's coming from an authority in your workplace, the person that is putting you in that scenario where they're pushing your boundaries and wanting you to conform to their wishes, is already aware that, like, let's say if it comes from your boss, they're already aware that they are in an authoritative in a position of authority. I can never say that word properly. In a position of authority, um, and that your job is probably very important to you, and then they can push you against your wishes if they want to, because you would conform to keep your job, let's say. Or if it's with your family, with your parents, let's say, it's because they would expect you to conform, um, because of some kind of tradition or culture, or a sense of respect, or the roles that they play, as it is also another sense of authority. It's just comes with the respect for the elderly, if you have an older parent. Um, or if it's in your partnerships with your romantic interests, it could be that the other person is aware of the level of intimacy that you feel for them, or if the relationship is important to you, or if you're invested in that connection, they might push you against your will to conform to their wishes, knowing that you might have too much to lose. So, how to go about it? If you're not already in these situations and you want to start putting boundaries, you probably have an easier job, because a sense of expectation is not already there for the other party, and it's a lot easier to put the first block when you have a clean ground, and build up the foundation properly from the beginning. So from early on, from the step one, you can lay down your boundaries and show someone what kind of things you're okay with and what kind of things you're not okay with, and you can say no to them. And holding your ground when you do that, if that person shows some kind of reaction that you don't like. And it comes with practice, depending on the nature of the other party as well. But usually, if you're in an environment where you're with some kind of narcissistic behavior, or some kind of self-righteousness, or just somebody that is testing you for your boundaries, you need to hold your ground, even if you feel tension between you and the other party when you're setting boundaries. People don't like boundaries. People like to be able to push whenever they want to push, to pull at your strings, to get what they want. People are like, they like freedom. And our job is to make sure that somebody else's freedom is not taking ours away. And that is why we're laying these boundaries. So the most important thing, whether you're already building your boundaries on a clear foundation, or on a foundation that was already messy before, like if you've been a conformist, or a yes man, or a yes woman, or I don't know, a people pleaser, it doesn't matter. What matters in succeeding with laying boundaries and saying no to people is holding your ground. It's respecting your own word and your decision, and not bend under pressure. Because in more cases than not, people keep pushing for what they want, and they might come with all kinds of manipulations, from silent treatment, from showing you how disappointed they are, talking behind your back, talking to your other family members, depending on what they are trying to get out of you, right? Or just touching your like pushing your buttons, trying to make you feel insecure, and all kinds of negative responses and reactions you will get when you put boundaries with people. Nobody is ever happy with hitting a wall when they're approaching someone, right? Especially if in a case that you have conformed before, and you have been giving before, and suddenly you're not. That's even a bigger surprise for whoever is behaving like that towards you, and then they keep pushing harder and harder. So it's very important to be firm, and to be respectful of your decision, yourself, and hold your ground, and disconnect yourself from that energy. Like it's not necessary to say no to someone 1,000 times to make your point. Respecting your word is saying no, or letting someone know of your decision or your standpoint on something they're asking of you, or a behavior they're showing towards you, and then cutting off or distancing yourself from the scenario, and letting them go through their tantrum, and doing whatever they're trying to do in order to get your attention. But removing yourself after you already expressed your your position in that scenario, that is enough for you. You don't need to engage in the drama that they cause afterwards to affect you and still grab something out of you. So to keep that in mind, that it's not only enough to say no, but it is necessary to act on it and hold it and hold it together and remove yourself from the aftermath, from the drama, and the retaliation, however smooth or harsh it could be. Well, of course, in very harsh scenarios, you need to seek security for yourself. If it comes to a party that might get violent or vengeful or harmful to you, then you need to go about that from seeking advice, like professional advice or security. But I'm not going that far. I'm just talking about like day-to-day boundaries that we need to set with people around us. The next thing is how to set boundaries with people that, like how to say no to someone that we care about. You don't, when you say no to someone that you care about, it can be very difficult for you as a person, for yourself, because you already like that person, you care about them. But it is very important to put yourself first, and this comes when you have practiced a lot of self-love, and trusting that if your relationship with that person is as important for them that it is for you, they would understand where you're coming from. Trusting that even if they get disappointed in your response, if that bond, that connection, that relationship, that work scenario, that I don't know, boss employee situation, whatever your situation is, whatever your connection is, that is important to you. If it's important to the other person as well, they would respect your decision, and they would respect your wishes, and they would back off. If somebody keeps pushing you, and if somebody keeps trying to take advantage of you, or pressing your buttons, or manipulating you and guilt tripping you for a decision that you made that was aligned with your best wishes and that was good for you as an individual, if that person doesn't respect that and doesn't understand that, then you need to question the quality of that connection and the quality of that bond, and the importance of the role that person plays in your life. And depending on how your connection is with them, you can define a new role for that connection. You can distance yourself from their energy, because it doesn't matter how close we are with people. If their energy is toxic to us, and if it's putting us in a jeopardized scenario, if it's making us insecure, if it's manipulating, if it's dark and vengeful, then the first thing we should ask ourselves is, why do I even care for a person like this, for a person that doesn't appreciate me and my wishes, for a person that doesn't respect my decisions? And let's say if that's your family member, like a mother or father, somebody that you have a blood relationship with and you care about, then you can just accept the fact that that person is like that, but at the same time distance yourself and remove yourself from their energy. It is very important to not engage in people's chaos, in their crap. Basically, if you touch their crap, your fingers are always gonna smell like it, right? So you need to stay away from the aftermath, like I said. And if that person is important to you in a sense that they're family, and you have to see them, or that they're part of your life, you just keep creating these boundaries, and keep your environment clean of their toxicity. And trust me, guys, your relationship will get better at the end of the day with people, even with people like that. If you have firm boundaries, and if you can say no to them when you need to, and if you can show them how to treat you when you have to. It might take time, but it will come. Even with parents who have raised you and know you inside and out, you can still create boundaries and show them how to respect you as a person and how to appreciate you and your wishes. If you're in an intimate connection, or if you're meeting someone, or if you're dating someone, or if you're married to someone, if it's about your romantic partner, if this person cares for you the same way that you care about them and are important to them, they will, even if they show a little bit of tantrum in the beginning, or react to your response, to your rejecting them or rejecting their wishes, they will start changing their approach towards you. If they are a worthy person, if they are a high value individual, they would see your boundaries and they would respect you for that, and your attraction in their eye will also go up. People are not attracted to doormats, and all of us have been that at some point in our life, where we bend so far to people's wishes and lied flat for them to walk all over us, and wondering why that person is not attracted to us. We're doing everything we can, and this person is still not around. Well, because people don't appreciate things that come easy. People don't appreciate things that are always there. People don't appreciate you if you don't appreciate you. You can only show someone how to treat you by treating yourself the way you want them to treat you. So when you respect yourself, when you set your boundaries with your spouse, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, you show them how you want to be treated by treating yourself like that, by respecting yourself, by loving yourself, by putting yourself first, putting your best interests first. And a lot of people, or a lot of older teachings were that if you put yourself first, that's such a selfish act. But it is not. Selfish is when you go after someone and trying to make them and control them and make them do something for you because you want it, and because you say so, and because like forcing your wishes onto somebody else is a selfish part. But protecting yourself against that and putting yourself first and creating boundaries is far from selfish. It's self-respect, it's self-love, and it's required for any kind of healthy bonds that you want to create with your environment. So as difficult as it might be to say no to intimate people, it is an essential factor in creating a healthy bond with them. It is easy to say no to someone you don't see again. It is easy to say no to someone that you don't care about. But we are usually conforming to the wishes and hopes of people that are in our environment that we're intimate with and that we care about, or that we have some kind of important bond with them. And that bond is like a stick above our head, trying to force us into conforming, into being controlled, into being manipulated. And it's very important to not be oblivious to that, to see that, and to create boundaries. Even with our children, if you have a child, the child will test you for your boundaries. They would throw tantrums at you. They would cry when you're not conforming to their wishes. And we've all seen that. Even if you don't have children, you've seen them when they want their toy, they want their toy. When they don't want to eat, they don't want to eat. And you as a parent would need to create that boundary and show them who's boss, right? Like in a relationship. And that's really creating that boundary with your child to know that you need to be respected as a parent, and your wishes need to be respected, and at the same time you need to respect their boundaries and their wishes and not push them out of that. And this is the same thing with adults. This is the same thing with other people around you. Um, it's about putting yourself first when somebody approaches you with some kind of a request or a behavior that you don't appreciate. Examples could be anything. It could be like a last minute call from your boyfriend to show up at his door, I don't know, like 10 o'clock at night, like a booty call. Or I don't know, like your parent asking you out of your job to go help them out with something that they could wait for you to do on a weekend, let's say. Or people that want what they want right now, like your boss pushing you to do something against your ethics and morals in order to move a project forward. The examples can go on, and it's very important to be able to say no to them in a calm and collected way. Stating your opinion and removing yourself from the environment. That's how you say no to a situation that you don't approve and a situation that is not good for you. You say how you feel about it, and then you remove yourself from it. You don't keep engaging in it. You don't keep saying no. Oh no, but I can't do this because of this. Or you don't have to. If you don't have to provide a reason, you don't even have to provide a reason. Like you might have to provide a reason to your boss why you're not doing something that he's asking you that is part of the work. But if somebody is just calling you last minute to make plans with you, ignoring your schedule, or if some of your friends are expecting you to pick them up every time you go out, or pick the tab, or I don't know, like they never pitch into the group hangouts, then you don't even have to provide a reason. You can just hold your boundary and show them how you want to be treated. So that's pretty much it for this time. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you like the content I create, and follow me on Instagram. I leave my ID down in the description box. I hope you have a nice day. I will see if I can post another video towards the end of the weekend. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you soon.